Alright then guys, so if you follow me on social media, you probably know what this next project is going to be, or if you've read the title of this video, which you probably have. For a long time everyone wanted to do this, and it's going to be installing an aftermarket steering wheel and a snap-off boss. So here's the steering wheel by OMP. I got it from YB Racing, it's quite cheap, and I've got the OMP boss there. I'm going to lie to you and tell you that this is a Motor Corsa boss, but it's not. It's a £25 one off eBay. Should do the job for now, but obviously if I do competition then I will have to upgrade. So yeah. Alright, and to be doing this installation, from what I've read about, hopefully this is all you should need. So a screwdriver set, which you probably only need the Phillips and a T15 piece, a socket wrench and a 24mm socket. You might need a breaker bar depending on how tight your bolts are, but that should be alright for now, so let's crack on. So the first thing you're going to want to do is remove everything that's going to be in the way of you removing your steering wheel, such as that surround. Okay, so once you've undone that screw there, it should be a bit loose, and then you can bring the clock back, and then you'll see this here. I'm going to try and attempt it with one hand. It is literally just a clip, you pull it back again, and then it should just squeeze out like that. Okay, and then once you've done that, you want to swap over to your T15, and then that's what there are 3 bolts, well, screws underneath there which require that to get it out. Okay, so once you remove these 3 screws, you can start disassembling the surround of the steering wheel, which I think just pulls off. There we go. So that's out, and then this should just pull straight up. Okay, there we go, it's off. Okay, so once that's all disassembled, you want to make sure your battery is disconnected, and you want to plug your key into the socket, and then turn your steering wheel 90 degrees so that one of the horn buttons is at the top and the other one's facing the bottom. Alright, I'm going to try and show this as best as I can, but please bear with me. So you want to put your small item in. I'm using a really small screwdriver. I'm trying to find the hole. Okay, and then you plug that in and push it down. Maybe try that again. There we go. There we go, so that's one out. Okay, so you want to try and do the same with the other side. So put it in, push down, and then you'll see that the airbag has disconnected from the steering wheel. You can turn your steering wheel straight now, as like I'm going to, and then a bit of a tug and a pull and lift up, and the the airbag should come out. Okay, so a bit of a tug later. I didn't record it because I needed 2 hands, but there we go. The airbag is off. There's just a clip that you need to undo at the back there, and there's the horn button as well. Okay, so apologies for not being able to show you that, but to get this out, I literally just used the top of the screwdriver to pry the clip, and to get the horn button off, which I hope thinks the horn button, I used these pliers and literally just pulled it off that connector there. So I'm ready to start straightening this steering wheel up perfectly, and then I'll start taking the wheel off. Okay, so to remove the steering wheel, you need to use a 24mm socket, and then use your bar or your wrench or whatever you want to use to get it off. Okay. Normally they say to remove a steering wheel, you need to keep the bolt on a little bit and give it a whack overside to get it off, but this literally just fell off, so I don't know if that's good or bad, but I think I can start putting the boss on now. Okay, so this is the OMP steering boss for the Ford Fiesta. I'm guessing all other models come with something similar. So here we go, open the box. Okay, take that off. So I've got the actual boss there, and then you've got okay, we've got this metal ring, which I'm guessing is for the horn adapter, so you can ground it. You've got an airbag delete and a horn adapter in there, and then that's literally just to go over it and make it all look pretty. Inside there should be 6 screws and a Allen key, and then that's for the snap off boss, which I'll put in there so I didn't lose it. Alright, so just before I can actually carry on, I have had a bit of a problem with the horn delete, as I was guessing that you use this and plug that into there and then run it through the back of the boss, but with this boss it doesn't allow enough room to do that, and I'm not going to be running a horn anyway, so I'm not going to be putting this in for now, but I probably will at a later, well, I will be putting this and that in at a later date. That's the airbag delete. I think the only problem I'm actually going to have is that the airbag light will be on, but seeing as the car's not on the road at the moment, I don't think it will have any problems. So literally I'm just going to line this up with this square behind it, and then hopefully just push it straight on. Okay, there we go. And then I want to get my big bolt and put that in the middle. Just start tying it up. Okay, and you know when the actual boss is on right, because there's an arrow at the top there saying pointing up. So I'm just going to tighten this up, and then I'll start putting the boss and the steering wheel on. Okay, and then I'll just torque that, and then I can start putting the boss on. So the recommended torque spec for this is 15 Newton meters. There we go. Okay, that's sturdy as a something. So now I can start putting this and that on, and then should soon be ready. Alright, so now the snap off boss is on there. I can now put this on if I can find which way it goes, which will be so much easier once the wheel's on, but there we go. So what I have to do now is mount the steering wheel actually onto the boss. So I've got to this stage now, but I've made a bit of a kerfuffle. These bolts here, these need to go through the steering wheel because they're a bit longer, and to hold it to the boss there are bolts that go at the back of it. So I'm just going to swap these over and put the black ones in there, and then I'm going to bring the silver ones through and then put them into the steering wheel. Okay, and there we go guys, it's fully installed now. There is a horn button that comes with it, but obviously because I've got the snap-on boss it doesn't give it enough clearance behind, so that's not really a big problem. And also I can't remember if it was from OMP or the snap-off place, but I'm missing a washer, you fuckers, so I'm gonna have to when I get home sort out one of those. But yeah, piece of piss to take the wheel off. Not just for functional and not just because it looks cool, but just for safety. And safety, your car saves it getting robbed, or less chance of it getting robbed. So yeah, thank you for watching. If it helped you in any way, shape or form, please feel free to like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Alright then guys, just before I actually end the video, the thought of having my airbag light on all the time become a bit of a tedious and annoying thought, so I thought I'd contact the manufacturer and find out how to use the delete. So they told me that the boss can be undone with these 4 screws. I tried to do it, but it literally just rounded off my Allen keys, and I don't know what it is, but there's something on there so it doesn't clearly want to come off. So that was a bit of a fail. So I used the loom, and you can see where the connectors is there. That's one of the connectors. I opened it up and then used what's called, I opened that one up and I opened that one up, and then I fed it through the hole which is there. You can do it there, or there's a hole there as well, which I think that's what you meant to use. And then once that was through, I used the delete in one of these, and then when I was disassembling the other one it broke on me, so I had a bit of a problem, but I used a bit of shrink wrap and a resistor, and then it should be working fine now. So hopefully when I turn it over now, the airbag light shouldn't be on. And there we go, the video should hopefully finish now, but thank you for watching again and catch you next time.